espera, no, que tengo que grabar para que lo vea todo el mundo, Aroa. Ahora se va a mover, ¿vale?
Alright. Perfect. Alright. Lights are going to usually be set to auto. It's a very smart car, so it's always going to adjust to proper lighting. For the locks, this is for the child safety lock, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on as well. Make sure everybody is safe in the back. Display is usually typically set to auto as well. It'll always adjust to different lightings. Driver setting, we're going to turn the regenerative braking to standard. So this, when you let off the gas, it's going to start to stop the car. When you give it gas, it's going to go. This way you don't have to use your brakes as much as well.
Instrucciones para
regular sport acceleration and regular sport steering, which has a nice tight steering wheel.
La silla va, con esto también
Autopilot, all the
tiene
features are on.
Tiene bastante huevo.
Safety is, this is to if you want to set a specific speed limit that no one can drive faster. If you, let's say you have a friend or a young son or something and you don't want them to go too fast, you can set a speed here. And that's basically it. Service just gives you a towing option to open the wheels to tow, and an owner's manual as well, digital owner's manual to have 24 access to the owner's manual here. Perfect. So
Espera, mira,
let's
que
go ahead and
va
hit the
a
road.
moverse, Aroa.
You think we will be able to test the auto?
Alágate mucho, mamá.
Of course.
Alágate mucho.
Me agarro, mi vida.
Bien, te agarras con la bolleta. ¡Ya se mueve!
Ya se mueve, mi vida. ¿Estás
Ya
contenta?
no vamos a ir.
A darle una vuelta.
Que tienes vuelta. Dice, mira a mí que tienes vuelta.
So for the autopilot
A ver qué
functions,
tiene, mamá, dísemelo.
you have to see both of these symbols. This is for the speed part of it, and the steering wheel that you see here is to do the steering. So once these are both
Que este coche
available, you
conduce
can
solo,
push
Aroa.
this down 2 times and it's going to turn the autopilot system on. So once we get on the freeway, I'll activate it and you can see how the functions work for that.
Okay.
No le da, señor.
No le ha dado. Ahora le dará, cariño.
And as you see here, this is your speedometer now, and it does show all the vehicles that are on the road in front of you as well. So it's constantly reading and using its sensors and its cameras to sense every single thing that's going on around you. The camera in the front camera has a 250 meters range, so it can see all the way up to 250 meters. And you feel that braking? I still haven't touched the brake. That was just letting off of the gas, so it's a very, very sensitive brake system. And then it also has a brake hold. So right now, because there's time for me to wait, if I give a hard press on the brake and you see this, now it's going to hold it until I need to go again. I touch the gas to go again.
Ay, que nos caemos.
And then another really cool feature about this car is the radio that it comes with. When you go to the music, you can go to tune in. When you go to tune in, it shows you all the top podcasts, but not only that, you can actually go by location and listen to stations from all around the world.
Great.
So let's go to, let's see here. Let's go to Spain. And you said you're from Madrid, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Every single station that they have currently for streaming available in Madrid is all going to be listed right here. So you can always bring a piece of home with you everywhere you are, which
That's
I thought
really
was
good
really
for us,
cool.
yeah.
Exactly. And this vehicle does have a collision avoidance as well. So if the vehicle in front of me presses really hard on his brakes, it's going to sense the car braking hard, and it's going to actually start to stop the car for you. And you just have to take over to finish the braking itself, but it will automatically start to take over. And the one we're in right now, this is the performance version. So this is the top of the line when it comes to the acceleration and the handling and things like that.
¿Te gusta, Prueba? ¿Te gusta el coche? Fíjate en el techo, Salva. Aunque te decías tú.
Mamá,
Pues-
pero no, que
off switch. It's always electric torque is always
Más
there.
solo, ¿eh?
Ay, ¿cómo le da el dito en el botón?
No, no es el Tito, es el señor que conduce, cariño.
Eso no ha pasado.
You don't have that kind of acceleration with a gas car, right?
This one right here does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So BMW M4, M3, M5. Nope. This car is gone.
No, and the instant torque.
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
you
It's just instant. Turn. It's like an on-off switch. See, on off. That's it. And it's very very responsive too. How hard you're gonna push is how hard it's gonna go right away. And then for the autopilot functions, now that you see that these are both ready, you're gonna turn it on and they're gonna turn blue, letting you know that it's on. So you give it 2 clicks. Autopilot is now on.
Estamos en...
So now it's gonna do the gassing, the braking for me, and the steering as well. So as you see, I'm not touching anything, and it's braking. It's keeping the distance, and it's also turning the steering wheel and keeping you in your lanes as well.
Está conduciendo raro el coche.
And you can set the distance. So when you click here, it shows you the distance right here of how sensitive you want it to be to the vehicle in front of you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 3 vehicles of car length. So it's gonna always keep me 3 seconds away from the car in front of me.
A donde estábamos antes, pero nos va a dar una vueltecita.
And it also does have a auto lane change function as well. So as soon as it gets clear, I'm going to turn on the blinker and it's going to actually auto lane change as well. So look, I hit the blinker. Oh wait, because of the freeway split right here. Hang on, let's do this first. There we go. Okay. So now autopilot is on. It's going to know to pick up and slow down the proper speed. So I'm not touching anything. This is doing everything by itself right now.
Oh
And as you see, look, braking,
Está frenando
my
solo.
foot's not touching, keeps me in my lanes, does the steering for me as well.
I'm without ghost right now. But
Yep. Perfectly in the lane too. Perfectly in the lane, and I'm literally doing nothing.
Va conduciendo
It's a
solo.
very, very, very quick responsive system, so it's very safe. It's very safe. It's so new that it's weird to get used to it, but once you get used to it, you never want to drive any other way again. And as you see here, it says apply light steering wheel or a light force in the steering wheel. This is to make sure that you're awake and alert because it's not full self-driving yet, but it is going to do a lot of the work for you. So as you see, I'm going to hit the blinker right here, and it's going to auto lane change for me as well. And if I want to hit it again to change lanes again, turn it back on. Turn the blinker on. And auto lane change. And then you can always adjust your max speed setting for autopilot right here with this wheel. So if I scroll this up, I can go to 70 miles per hour now. And it's instantly going to adjust the speed to whichever setting you have it set.
Que no se me caiga la botella, ¿verdad?
And then even though I'm changing lanes, it still sees the cars and is doing the braking as well, even though I'm changing lanes as well. And it's always going to have a guide car in front of you to follow, and shows you the lines on the road right here as well. So even that car that just drove by, it senses everything around you at all times. And they just added a new function. It's going to be in our new software update that's coming out. It's not out yet. It should be out in a couple weeks. If you put in an address in the maps, it's going to do the autopilot following your navigation as well.
just by itself. Well,
So it's going to know when to take the next freeway ramp, when to exit
yeah.
the everything.
and in the future, maybe they can tap on you can tap on the phone and say, just come pick me up from the car.
That's coming out.
It's coming out.
It is. So we already have it available. You can purchase it when you buy the car, but it's not legal yet here. So once it's legal, all they have to do is just turn it on. So you wake up the next morning and it's already in your car. But we already have all the cameras and everything ready for the full self-driving. And it's amazing. So that's what this camera in here is for as well, because not only can you'll wake up, you'll tell your car, come pick me up and take me to work. It'll come out of your garage for you by itself, come up to the front of the house. You'll get in the car, you can go sit in the back and read a book. It'll drive you to work. Once you get to work, it'll either park itself at a charging station and wait for you to get off of work and then come back to pick you up. Or you can, you know Uber, right?
Yeah.
You can actually have it Uber for you and make you money while you're at work. So it's out picking up people and making you money while you're working, and then comes back and picks you up from work. And this is all already installed and ready in the car. It's just not legal yet, so we're just waiting for the legalities, but it's available.
But you have the software ready too.
They have some test videos of it online. Because it's not legal, we had to do it on our own property at our factory, but they closed the whole area and did the full self-driving, and the video is amazing. The guy is literally sitting in the back, there's nobody in the front, and it's doing everything. Through the canyons, through the turns, goes up to the thing, parks itself.
Quítalo.